Right now, at this very moment, you are exactly where you need to be. Not where you want to be, perhaps, but where you need to be. Life has a way of bringing us to the precise point where we can learn what we need to learn, heal what we need to heal, and become who we're meant to become. You might be wondering why this message has found its way to you today. Why now? Why when everything seems uncertain, when the path ahead looks unclear, when doubt creeps into your mind like an unwelcome guest? The answer is simple yet profound. Because you're ready to hear what your soul has been whispering to you all along. There's something beautiful about being human. We get to experience this magnificent adventure called life, with all its ups and downs, its joys and sorrows, its victories and defeats. But here's what most people never realize. We are not victims of our circumstances. We are not powerless beings tossed around by the winds of fate. We are creators, each and every one of us, with the power to shape our reality through our thoughts, our beliefs, and our actions. You see, the universe operates on a fundamental principle that most people overlook. What you think about, you bring about. What you focus on expands. What you believe becomes your reality. This isn't just positive thinking or wishful dreaming. This is the way life works. Your thoughts are like seeds planted in the fertile soil of consciousness, and they will grow into the experiences of your life. Right now, as you listen to these words, your life is a reflection of your past thinking. Everything you see around you, every relationship, every circumstance, every challenge, every blessing, it all stems from the thoughts you've been thinking and the beliefs you've been holding. This might feel overwhelming at first, but it's actually the most liberating truth you could ever understand. If your thoughts have created your current reality, then new thoughts can create a new reality. If your beliefs have shaped your experiences, then new beliefs can shape new experiences. You are not stuck. You are not trapped. You are not limited by your past, your family history, your education, or your current circumstances. You have within you right now everything you need to create the life you truly want. But here's where most people get stuck. They want to change their lives, but they keep thinking the same thoughts. They want different results, but they keep doing the same things. They want to feel better, but they keep focusing on what's wrong. Change begins in your mind. It starts with a decision to think differently, to see differently, to believe differently. Let me share something with you that might shift your entire perspective. You are not your thoughts. You are the observer of your thoughts. You are not your emotions. You are the witness to your emotions. You are not your circumstances. You are the consciousness experiencing your circumstances. This understanding changes everything because it means you have a choice. You can choose which thoughts to entertain and which ones to dismiss. You can choose how to respond to your emotions rather than being controlled by them. You can choose how to interpret your circumstances rather than being victimized by them. When you were born, you came into this world with everything you needed. Not material things, but spiritual qualities. You came with love, with joy, with peace, with creativity, with wisdom. These aren't things you need to acquire from outside yourself. They're already within you, waiting to be expressed. Life isn't about getting something you don't have. It's about remembering and expressing what you already are. But somewhere along the way, many of us forgot this truth. We started believing that we were separate from the source of our good. We started thinking that happiness comes from outside circumstances, that love comes from other people, that success comes from external achievements. We began to see ourselves as lacking, as not enough, as needing to prove our worth. This is where suffering begins, in the belief that we are separate from our source, that we are not whole and complete as we are. But this belief is an illusion. You have never been separate from the infinite intelligence that created you. You have never been cut off from the love that is your essence. You have never been anything less than perfect, whole, and complete. The challenges you face, the problems that seem insurmountable, the fears that keep you awake at night, they are not punishments. They are not signs that something is wrong with you. They are opportunities. Opportunities to grow, to expand, to remember who you truly are. Every challenge contains within it the seed of an equal or greater benefit. When you shift your perspective and begin to see challenges as opportunities, everything changes. Instead of asking, why is this happening to me? You start asking, what is this here to teach me? Instead of feeling like a victim, you begin to feel empowered. Instead of being reactive, you become responsive. Life is not happening to you, life is responding to you. Every person, every situation, every circumstance is a mirror reflecting back to you your inner state of being. When you change your inner world, your outer world must change to match it. This is not theory, this is law. This is how the universe works. You have the power to choose your response to anything that happens in your life. Between what happens to you and your response, there is a space. In that space lies your freedom, your power, your ability to create your experience. Most people react automatically without conscious. When you choose love over fear, peace over conflict, understanding over judgment, you align yourself with the highest forces in the universe. You become a co-creator with the infinite intelligence that governs all things. You step into your power as a spiritual being having a human experience. Here's something that might surprise you. The very thing you're struggling with right now is your greatest gift in disguise. The area where you feel most challenged is the area where you have the most potential for growth and contribution. Your wounds can become your wisdom. Your pain can become your purpose. Your struggles can become your strengths. Many people spend their lives trying to avoid discomfort, trying to eliminate all challenges, trying to create a life free from problems. But this is not the path to fulfillment. Growth happens at the edge of your comfort zone. Evolution occurs when you're stretched beyond your current limits. Transformation takes place in the space between who you were and who you're becoming. The key is not to avoid challenges, but to change your relationship with them. See them as friends rather than enemies. Welcome them as teachers rather than adversaries. Understand that every challenge is perfectly designed to help you grow into the person you need to become, to live the life you're meant to live. You are not here by accident. Your life is not a random series of events. You chose to be here at this time, in this place, with these particular challenges and opportunities. Your soul knew exactly what it needed to experience, to learn, to express. Trust that there is a divine purpose unfolding in your life, even when you can't see it clearly. Sometimes the path is clear and easy. Sometimes it's dark and difficult. Both are necessary. Both serve your highest good. The easy times give you joy and remind you of life's beauty. The difficult times give you strength and reveal your inner power. Without contrast, there would be no growth. Without challenges, there would be no victory. You are stronger than you think you are. You are more capable than you believe. You are more powerful than you can possibly know. The same force that moves the planets and grows the trees and beats your heart is alive within you. You are not separate from this force. You are an expression of it. When you align yourself with this truth, when you remember your connection to the infinite, miraculous things begin to happen. Doors open that you didn't even know existed. Opportunities appear as if from nowhere. People come into your life at exactly the right time with exactly what you need. Synchronicities multiply. Life begins to flow with an ease and grace that amazes you. This isn't luck. This isn't coincidence. This is what happens when you align with who you truly are and live from that authentic place. When you stop trying to force life to be what you think it should be and instead allow it to be what it wants to become through you. You have unique gifts, talents, and perspectives that the world needs. There are people who need to hear your message, to receive your love, to benefit from your contribution. You matter more than you know. Your life has meaning and purpose beyond what you can currently see. But you must first recognize your own worth. You must first love yourself unconditionally. You must first accept yourself completely. You cannot give what you do not have. You cannot love others more than you love yourself. You cannot contribute to the world from a place of emptiness and self-rejection. Self-love is not selfish. It's the most unselfish thing you can do. When you love yourself, you have love to give to others. When you're at peace with yourself, you bring peace to every situation. When you're fulfilled within yourself, you can contribute to others' fulfillment. Stop waiting for permission to be yourself. Stop waiting for others to approve of your dreams. Stop waiting for circumstances to be perfect. Stop waiting for fear to disappear. The time is now. The person is you. The place is here. You don't need to have it all figured out. You don't need to see the whole staircase. You just need to take the next step. Life will meet you there and show you the way. Trust the process. Trust yourself. Trust that you are exactly where you need to be, learning exactly what you need to learn, becoming exactly who you need to become. Your past does not define you. Your mistakes do not diminish you. Your failures do not limit you. You are not your history. You are not your circumstances. You are a spiritual being with infinite potential, unlimited possibility, and divine purpose. Every day is a new beginning. Every moment is a fresh start. Every breath is an opportunity to choose again, to think differently, to respond from a higher place. You have the power to reinvent yourself at any moment. You have the ability to choose a new direction at any time. The thoughts you're thinking right now are creating your future. The words you're speaking right now are shaping your reality. The actions you're taking right now are determining your destiny. Choose wisely. Choose consciously. Choose from love rather than fear, from possibility rather than limitation, from abundance rather than scarcity. There is enough for everyone. There is enough love, enough success, enough happiness, enough of everything. You don't need to compete with others. You don't need to prove that you're better than anyone else. There is room for everyone to shine their light, to share their gifts, to live their purpose. Your success doesn't diminish others. Your happiness doesn't take away from anyone else's joy. Your abundance doesn't create lack for others. The universe is infinitely creative and abundantly generous. There are unlimited ways for good to come into your life and the lives of everyone around you. When you truly understand this, jealousy disappears. Competition transforms into collaboration. Scarcity thinking gives way to abundance consciousness. You begin to celebrate others' successes because you know that their good fortune is a sign that good fortune is available to all. You are connected to everyone and everything. What affects one affects all. When you heal yourself, you contribute to the healing of the world. When you raise your consciousness, you lift the consciousness of humanity. When you choose love, you increase the amount of love in the universe. This is not just metaphysical speculation. This is practical reality. Your energy affects everyone around you. Your thoughts contribute to the collective consciousness. Your actions ripple out into the world in ways you may never fully understand. You have a responsibility to yourself and to the world to be the best version of yourself you can be. Not perfect. There's no such thing as perfection in the human experience, but authentic, but conscious, but loving, but true to who you are at your core. The world needs your light. The world needs your love. The world needs your unique contribution. Don't hide your gifts. Don't play small. Don't dim your light to make others comfortable. Shine brightly. Share generously. Love abundantly. When you live from this place of authenticity and purpose, life becomes an adventure rather than a struggle. Challenges become stepping stones rather than roadblocks. Relationships become opportunities for mutual growth rather than sources of drama. Work becomes an expression of your gifts rather than a necessary evil. You begin to see that everything is working for your good, even when it doesn't look that way from your current perspective. You begin to trust that there is a divine intelligence orchestrating your life, bringing you exactly the experiences you need for your highest development. This doesn't mean life becomes easy. It means life becomes meaningful. It doesn't mean you won't face difficulties. It means you'll face them with greater strength, wisdom, and peace. It doesn't mean you won't have problems. It means you'll see problems as opportunities and solutions will come more easily. You are not alone in this adventure. The same intelligence that guides the stars in their courses is guiding your life. The same love that creates and sustains the universe is loving you right now. The same power that transforms seeds into flowers is transforming you into who you're meant to become. Trust this process. Trust your path. Trust yourself. You have everything you need within you right now to take the next step, to make the next choice, to move in the direction of your dreams. Your dreams are not random fantasies. They are clues to your purpose. They are invitations from your higher self. They are glimpses of what's possible for you. Don't dismiss them as unrealistic. Don't talk yourself out of them. Honor them. Nurture them. Take steps toward them. You don't need to know how your dreams will manifest. You just need to hold the vision and take inspired action. The how will reveal itself as you move forward. The path will become clear as you walk it. The way will open as you proceed with faith and determination. Fear will try to stop you. Doubt will whisper in your ear. Other people may not understand your vision. This is normal. This is part of the process. Don't let fear make your decisions. Don't let doubt determine your direction. Don't let others' limitations become your limitation. You came here to express something unique through your life. You came here to contribute something special to the world. You came here to learn, to grow, to love, to serve. Don't leave this world without giving your gifts. Don't depart without sharing your love. Don't exit without making your contribution. The time is now. Not when you feel ready. You may never feel completely ready. Not when circumstances are perfect. They may never be perfect. Not when fear disappears. Courage is not the absence of fear, but action in the presence of fear. You have been preparing for this moment your entire life. Every experience has been training. Every challenge has been strengthening you. Every setback has been setting you up for something greater. You are ready whether you feel ready or not. Life is not a dress rehearsal. This is it. This is your chance. This is your opportunity. This is your time to shine, to grow, to love, to contribute, to become all that you're capable of becoming. The message that brought you here today is no accident. The timing is perfect. The words you needed to hear have found you exactly when you needed to hear them. This is how the universe works. This is how love operates. This is how consciousness conspires to help you remember who you are and why you're here. You are a magnificent being. You are a unique expression of the infinite. You are here on purpose, for a purpose. Your life matters. Your dreams matter. You matter. Don't waste another moment doubting yourself. Don't spend another day playing small. Don't delay another instant in stepping into your power. The world is waiting for what you have to offer. The people whose lives you're meant to touch are waiting for you to show up. The contribution you're here to make is waiting for you to make it. This is your time. This is your moment. This is your opportunity. Rise to meet it with everything you have. Answer the call of your soul. Follow the guidance of your heart. Trust the wisdom of your spirit. You are exactly where you need to be, with exactly what you need to do exactly what you came here to do. The only question is, will you do it? Will you say yes to life? Will you say yes to yourself? Will you say yes to your purpose? The choice is yours. The power is within you. The time is now. Your greatest life is waiting for you to claim it. Step into it with confidence, with courage, with love. You deserve it. The world needs it. And deep in your heart, you know it's time. There's something magical that happens when you align with your true nature. Doors that seemed permanently closed suddenly swing open. Resources appear from unexpected sources. People enter your life who become catalysts for your transformation. These aren't coincidences. They are the natural result of living in harmony with your authentic self. When you stop resisting who you are and start accepting yourself completely, you create space for miracles. The energy you were using to fight against yourself becomes available for creation, for contribution, for joy. It's like removing a dam that was blocking a river. The water flows freely, naturally, powerfully. Your thoughts are creative forces. Every thought you think is either moving you toward what you want or away from it. There is no neutral ground every moment. You're either building the life you desire or reinforcing the life you want to change. This awareness gives you tremendous power because it means you can redirect your thoughts at any time. Most people underestimate the power of their inner world. They focus on changing external circumstances while neglecting the internal landscape that creates those circumstances. But the wise person knows that lasting change begins within. Change your inner world, and your outer world must follow. This is spiritual law. You are living in a field of infinite possibilities right now. Every moment contains unlimited potential. What limits your experience is not what's available to you, but what you believe is available to you. Expand your beliefs and you expand your possibilities. Open your mind and you open your life. There's a difference between having experiences and being conscious of your experiences. Most people go through life half asleep, reacting automatically to circumstances, living from habit and conditioning. But you can wake up. You can become fully present to your life. You can live with conscious awareness and deliberate intention. When you live consciously, you begin to notice patterns that were invisible before. You see how your thoughts create your feelings, how your feelings influence your actions, how your actions shape your results. This awareness gives you the power to interrupt negative patterns and create positive ones. Your emotional state is a choice, not always an easy choice, but always a choice nonetheless. You can choose to focus on what's working rather than what's not. You can choose to see opportunity rather than obstacles. You can choose to feel grateful rather than resentful. These choices compound over time to create dramatically different life experiences. Gratitude is one of the fastest ways to shift your energy and attract more good into your life. When you appreciate what you have, you create more to appreciate. When you acknowledge the blessings in your life, you open the channel for more blessings to flow. Gratitude turns what you have into enough, and enough into abundance. You don't need to wait for perfect conditions to start living the life you want. Perfect conditions don't exist. There will always be something that's not quite right, someone who doesn't approve, some reason to wait. But life is happening now. Your dreams are calling now. Your purpose is waiting now. Every person you meet is a teacher. Every situation you encounter is a classroom. Every challenge you face is a curriculum designed specifically for your growth. When you see life this way, you stop being a victim and become a student. And students can learn from anything. Your relationships are mirrors reflecting your inner state back to you. The people who irritate you are showing you something about yourself that needs attention. The people who inspire you are reflecting back your own potential. The people who love you are reminding you of your true nature. Use every relationship as an opportunity for growth and self-awareness. Forgiveness is not about condoning wrong behavior or forgetting past hurts. Forgiveness is about freeing yourself from the prison of resentment and anger. When you forgive, you don't change the past, but you change your relationship to the past. You reclaim your power and open your heart to love again. You cannot change other people, you can only change yourself. But when you change yourself, you change the dynamic of every relationship. When you become more loving, you experience more love. When you become more peaceful, you experience more peace. When you become more joyful, you experience more joy. Your body is a perfect reflection of your consciousness. Every cell responds to your thoughts and emotions. When you think loving thoughts, your body produces chemistry that supports health and vitality. When you think fearful or angry thoughts, your body produces chemistry that creates stress and disease. Take care of your thoughts, and you take care of your body. There is wisdom in stillness. In the quiet moments, when the mind settles and the chatter stops, you can hear the voice of your soul. This inner guidance is always available to you, but you must create space to receive it. Make time for silence. Make time for solitude. Make time to connect with the deeper part of yourself that knows what you need to know. Your intuition is your direct connection to infinite intelligence. It speaks to you through hunches, feelings, sudden insights, and knowing. Learn to trust this inner wisdom. It will guide you to opportunities that your logical mind couldn't have conceived. It will warn you of dangers that your analysis couldn't have predicted. It will lead you to your highest good. Life is not about avoiding pain. Life is about growing through pain into wisdom. Every difficult experience contains a gift, though it may be disguised. Every loss opens space for something new. Every ending makes way for a new beginning. Pain that is not transformed into wisdom is simply suffering without purpose. You are not your past mistakes. You are not your current limitations. You are not your family history or your circumstances. You are a creative being with the power to reinvent yourself at any moment. Your past has brought you to this point, but it doesn't determine where you go from here. That choice belongs to you. Success is not about achieving external goals, though goals are important. True success is about becoming the person you're capable of becoming. It's about expressing your authentic self fully. It's about contributing your unique gifts to the world. It's about living with purpose, passion, and peace. When you succeed in this way, external success follows naturally. Money is simply energy in physical form. It flows to those who provide value, who serve others, who solve problems. When you focus on how you can contribute rather than what you can get, abundance flows naturally. When you see money as a tool for good rather than as security or status, you attract it more easily. Your work should be an expression of your soul, not just a way to pay bills. When you do work that aligns with your values and utilizes your gifts, it doesn't feel like work. It feels like play. It energizes rather than drains you. Find a way to serve others through your natural talents, and you'll never work a day in your life. Fear is not your enemy. Fear is information. It tells you that you're at the edge of your comfort zone, about to grow, about to expand, about to become more than you were. Feel the fear, acknowledge it, thank it for trying to protect you, then move forward anyway. Courage is not the absence of fear, but the willingness to act in spite of it. You have unlimited creative potential. You are connected to the same source that creates galaxies and grows forests and paints sunsets. This creative force wants to express itself through you in unique and beautiful ways. Stop limiting yourself with thoughts of, I'm not creative, or I don't have talent. You are creativity itself, looking for ways to express. Your health is not just about your physical body. True health includes emotional well-being, mental clarity, and spiritual connection. When any one of these areas is out of balance, it affects all the others. Take care of yourself holistically. Nourish your body, calm your mind, heal your emotions, and connect with your spirit. The present moment is all you ever have. The past exists only in memory. The future exists only in imagination. Life is happening right now, in this moment, as you read these words. When you learn to live fully in the present, anxiety about the future and regret about the past naturally dissolve. Peace becomes your natural state. You are not meant to struggle through life. Struggle comes from resistance to what is. When you stop fighting against reality and start working with it, life becomes easier. This doesn't mean becoming passive or giving up your dreams. It means aligning yourself with the flow of life rather than swimming against the current. Your words have power. They create your reality and influence the reality of others. Speak words of love, encouragement, possibility, and truth. Avoid words of judgment, criticism, limitation, and fear. Your words are spells you cast upon the world. Choose them wisely. Every ending contains within it the seed of a new beginning. When one door closes, another opens. When one chapter ends, a new one begins. When you lose something, you make space for something else to enter. Trust the cycles of life. Trust that endings are not failures, but completions that make way for new creations. You came into this world to love and be loved. Everything else is secondary. When you make love your priority, everything else falls into place. When you lead with your heart, your mind follows with solutions. When you choose love over fear in every situation, you align with the most powerful force in the universe. Love is not just an emotion. Love is the creative principle that underlies all existence.
There is a stillness behind every breath you take, a place untouched by fear, unsullied by judgment, unbroken by time. It is the space of your being, eternal and present. And in that space, the great miracle of transformation begins not through striving, not through control, not through the clenched fists of resistance, but through the open hands of acceptance. Acceptance is not surrender, it is not apathy, it is not weakness. It is the courageous, soul-deep acknowledgement that this moment as it is enough. Not because it conforms to your expectations, not because it gives you everything you think you need, but because it simply is. And in its isness, it is sacred. Transformation begins the moment you stop arguing with reality. The moment you cease demanding that life should have gone another way. The moment you unclench from the past, loosen your grip on your imagined future, and soften into the now. This is not passivity, this is power. The power of presence, the power of trust, the power of alignment with a deeper wisdom that transcends your intellect. Most people believe change begins when the outside world shifts, when the job is found, when the partner returns, when the pain finally disappears. But the truth, the deep and liberating truth, is that change begins inside. It begins when you turn toward your life not to fix it, not to escape it, but to be with it. To embrace what is, so that what is no longer needed can fall away. There is an old story you've been telling, a story of what should have happened, of what you've lost, of what they did, a story of shame or blame or regret. You carry it like a backpack of bricks, hoping it will finally bring justice or clarity or control. But the story is not your salvation. The story is your chain. And acceptance is the key that unlocks the door. To accept is not to approve. To accept is to see clearly, to stand still in the presence of what is, without flinching, without running, without denial. There's a kind of sacred vision that comes only when the ego quiets its complaints, when the heart stops closing doors, and when the soul is given the microphone. Acceptance is the posture of the soul. When you accept your past, it cannot haunt you. When you accept your emotions, they cannot drown you. When you accept yourself, your light, your darkness, your flaws, your beauty, you stop waiting to become someone else, and you finally arrive as yourself. This world does not need more perfected personas. It does not need more masks or performances. It needs realness. It needs presence. It needs the radiant authenticity that pours from someone who has looked at every broken part of themselves and said, yes, even this, I will not turn away. The pain you resist becomes your prison. The moment you say, this should not be, you cast yourself into inner war. But the moment you say, this is what is, you return to peace. From that peace, true change can resonate as a frantic sprint, away from what you hate, but as a gentle, guided unfolding toward who you really are. The caterpillar does not become a butterfly by force. It does not rip its own skin off in rebellion. It goes still. It surrenders. It cocoons into darkness and accepts the disintegration of all it has known. Only then can the wings form. Only then can the transformation take flight. You too must be willing to enter that sacred cocoon, to stop trying to be elsewhere, to stop judging your sadness, your anger, your confusion. These are not signs of failure. They are invitations to feel, to heal, to listen, to love. The ego will fight this. It wants movement. It wants drama. It wants victory through struggle. But the soul speaks a quieter language. It whispers in stillness. It heals through presence. And it transforms through acceptance. You have not been broken by your past. You have been shaped by it, tempered, refined, initiated. The fire did not destroy you, it revealed you. The rain did not drown, you washed away what you were never meant to carry. And the darkness was not a punishment, it was a womb, a place of becoming. Acceptance is how you make peace with the womb, It is how you sit inside the mystery and say, I don't need to understand this to trust it. The oak tree does not understand the storm, but it does not resist it. It bends, it roots, it waits, and when the winds come, it is stronger, deeper, wiser. You have carried expectations like shields, assumptions like swords, but these weapons do not protect you. They separate you from others, from peace, from your own divine nature. Lay them down. Let the story of who you thought you had to be dissolved. Return to your original self, the one who needed no reason to be worthy, the one who knew how to dance in the rain, the one who loved without a why. You are not here to control the river. You are here to learn how to float, how to feel the current beneath you and trust it is carrying you exactly where you need to go. Resistance is exhaustion. Acceptance is grace. And grace is not something you earn, it is something you allow, something you receive when you stop trying to deserve it. Grace enters when your hands are open, not clenched. It enters when your heart is soft, not armored. It enters through the door of acceptance. That door has always been waiting for you to step out of the courtroom of your mind and into the sanctuary of your spirit, waiting for you to stop defending and start discovering, waiting for you to see that there is nothing wrong with you only thoughts that told you there was. Even the pain, even the failure, even the lonely, none of it was wrong. All of it was part of your becoming, part of your sacred curriculum. And when you accept that, the pain becomes wisdom, the failure becomes freedom, and the loneliness becomes a gateway to the divine. Keep breathing, keep softening, keep letting go of the need for life to be other than it is. What if everything you've been trying to fix is already perfect in its unfolding? What if the healing isn't something you achieve, but something you stop resisting? You are not a problem to be solved. You are a soul to be felt. You are a mystery to be lived. You are a wave of divine intelligence moving through a temporary form, and every experience is a note in the song of your awakening. And the song doesn't need to be rewritten, it only needs to be heard. You are not your past. You are not your pain. You are not even the name you answer to. You are the witness behind it all. The presence that observes, that breathes, that remains. And in that witnessing, in that sacred noticing, you begin to awaken. You begin to realize that nothing outside of you has the authority to define your worth. Only your own awareness can do that. And awareness, when paired with acceptance, becomes liberation. How long will you wait for permission to be at peace? How many years will you spend negotiating with the past, bargaining with the future, trying to twist yourself into some idea of enough? What if you paused right now and said, this is enough, I am enough, and I no longer need to be at war with life? There is such relief in no longer needing to fight. Not because you've given up, but because you've risen up. Risen into a higher truth, where peace is not earned through struggle, but remembered through surrender. In this remembering, your entire life becomes softer. It becomes more honest. You stop chasing illusions and you begin to live. The soul does not speak in demands. It speaks in invitations. And every moment is an invitation to return to your breath, to your body, to your truth. To return to the quiet space beneath the noise, where life simply is. No judgments, no stories, just now, just presence, just being. Most people live in a cage built by their own minds. The bars are made of expectations, and the lock is resistance. But the key has always been in your hands. It's called acceptance. And when you use it, the cage disappears not because the world changed, but because your vision did. Imagine the peace that arises when you no longer need to control how others see you. Imagine the freedom when you stop trying to rewrite the past. Imagine the love you can offer yourself when you stop demanding that you be any different than you are. This is not complacency. It is awakening. The seed does not judge itself for not yet being a tree, It simply allows the rain, welcomes the sun, and trusts the unfolding. So must you. You are never meant to be anyone else. Your pain, your past, your peculiarities, they are not deviations from your path. They are your path. They are the exact conditions necessary for your soul to flower. Stop wishing they were different. Start listening to what they are here to teach. Acceptance is not the end of transformation. It is the beginning. When you finally stop trying to escape the moment becomes your teacher. When you stop resisting what is, you begin to receive what is. And that receiving is where healing begins. You may believe that you'll accept life once it gets better, but in truth, life gets better the moment you accept it. Because your suffering has never come from the moment itself. It has come from the thought that the moment should be something else. When you stop arguing with what is, your energy returns to you. And that energy can be used for love, for creativity, for connection, for truth. Resistance drains, acceptance replenishes. In the presence of acceptance, fear dissolves, because fear feeds on control. But when you accept that you do not need to control, fear loses its grip. And in that loosening, a deeper trust is born not in the mind, but in life itself. You begin to see that everything that has ever happened was not in the way, but on the way. Every detour, every heartbreak, every delay it was all divine choreography. You may not have chosen the pain, but the pain chose you for a reason. Not to punish, but to purify. Not to destroy, but to awaken. And when you accept that, you stop asking, why did this happen to me? And you begin to ask, what is this here to reveal in me? That shift changes everything. It shifts you from victim to vessel, from resentment to reverence, from anxiety to awe. The truth is, nothing needs to change for you to be free. Freedom is not a future destination. It is a present realization. It is a choice to see what is without resistance, without judgment, without running away. And when you truly see it, you begin to love it. Not because it's perfect, but because it's real, because it's yours, because it brought you here. And here this sacred, raw, imperfect here is where the divine lives. Stop waiting for the perfect moment to begin living. This is the moment, this breath, this heartbeat, this rising and falling of the chest. The divine is not elsewhere. It is right here. In the messy, the mundane, the misunderstood, this is where your transformation begins. It begins when you soften instead of harden, when you stay instead of flee, when you say yes to what is, even when it breaks your heart, especially when it breaks your heart. Because the heart must break open for the soul to shine through. And oh, how it shines. Not through the perfect mask of a polished life, but through the cracks, the flaws, the places where the light got in. Your scars are not your shame. They are your sanctuaries. Places where you were cracked open and still chose love. You are not here to prove anything. You are here to remember everything, to remember that you are whole, that you are held, that you are a wave of divine light temporarily having a human experience. And acceptance is how you remember. When you stop trying to be someone else, you come home to who you already are. And that home is not a place of perfection, it is a place of peace. A place where you can rest, where you can breathe, where you can finally lay down the burden of becoming and rise into the grace of being. This is the real miracle. Not that you changed life, but that you changed your relationship with life. That you chose to see with new eyes, to listen with an open heart, to walk not in fear, but in faith. And this faith is not blind, it is intimate. It is rooted in a knowing that cannot be explained, only felt. A knowing that whispers, even this is part of it. Even this has a place. Even this can be holy. The rain has never apologized for falling. The ocean does not regret its waves. The mountain does not wish to be smaller, and neither should you. Accept yourself as nature accepts itself unapologetically, unconditionally, unreservedly. because only when you accept yourself can you truly love yourself. And only when you love yourself can you truly love others. All transformation begins here, not out there, not later, but here. In the quiet revolution of accepting this moment, this breath, this you. So breathe, return, and open the door. Not the door of striving or proving, but the door of surrender. The door of yes. The door that has been waiting for you all along. And when you walk through that door, you do not find escape. You find arrival. You do not find perfection. You find peace. You do not find answers. You find acceptance. And that is the beginning of everything. Let this be your sacred turning point, not in outer form, but in inner knowing. Let this be the moment you say to yourself, with all the tenderness in the world, I will no longer resist this life. I will no longer push against this moment. I will accept myself. I will accept this path. I will accept the presence of the divine in all things. And as you do, the door swings open, the light floods in, the burdens drop away, and transformation no longer feels like effort. It feels like truth. It feels like peace. It feels like home. But don't just accept what feels easy. Accept even what you do not understand. Accept the mess. Accept the noise. Accept the days when the answers do not come. Because those are the days your spirit is doing its deepest work. The soil does not resist the seed just because it does not yet bloom. It holds it. It keeps it safe. And so must you hold your process without judgment, without haste, without shame. You are not late. You are not behind. You are not broken or lost. You are exactly where you are meant to, but not as a punishment, not as a failure, but as a sacred pause, a necessary inhale before the next unfolding. Stop measuring your growth with someone else's ruler. Your journey is too sacred for comparison. There is a wisdom in the silence. There is healing in the slowness, but only if you can accept it. If you can sit with the discomfort and allow it to soften you. Let life knead you like clay, molding you not into perfection, but into presence. And presence is where love lives. Can you love yourself when you're not performing? Can you honor your soul when you're not being praised? Can you sit in your solitude and still feel divine? Because that's what it means to accept yourself. Not when you're polished, not when you're accomplished, but now. In the sweat, in the uncertainty, in the imperfection. This is what real healing looks like, not the erasing of scars, but the honoring of them. Not pretending you were never wounded, but bowing to the strength it took to survive. You are not here to hide your story. You are here to illuminate it, not as a tale of victimhood, but as a testimony of rising. So let the pain be part of your poetry. Let the failures be folded into your freedom. Let the heartbreak become holy. There is no part of your experience that is not worthy of reverence. Nothing that needs to be exiled from the sacred space of your becoming. And if tears come, let them fall. Do not apologize for feeling. Do not harden just to be accepted. Because the truth is, your softness is your strength. Your emotions are not weaknesses. They are rivers that carve valleys of compassion into your soul. Let them flow. Let them teach. Let them reveal the truth you've hidden beneath the armor. You are safe now. You don't have to pretend. You don't have to defend. You don't have to explain your light to those committed to seeing you dim. Just be. Just breathe. Just stand in your sacred yes. Because when you stop chasing the life you think you should have, the life that was always meant for you can finally arrive. And when it does, you'll recognize it not by how perfect it looks, but by how peaceful it feels. That's how you'll know you're home. Not because everything outside is fixed, but because something inside is finally free. Free from resistance. Free from expectation. Free from the self-imposed pressure to constantly become in that freedom. You realize, I was never meant to strive my way into peace. I was only meant to remember that I am peace itself. This remembrance changes everything. It shifts your entire vibration. It reorients your path, not away from difficulty, but toward truth. Because truth doesn't always feel comfortable, but it always sets you free. And the deepest truth is this: you are enough. as you are, right now. Not one more achievement, not one more apology, not one more moment of proving is required. You were born worthy, and nothing this world can give or take can alter that. Acceptance is how you reclaim this truth, not by doing, but by allowing. Allow yourself to exhale. Allow yourself to soften. Allow yourself to be held not by another person, but by the infinite eternal presence that has carried you from the beginning. You are not separate from it. You are it. You are the presence you've been seeking. You are the divine disguised in human skin. And in this knowing, you stop running, you stop performing, you stop pushing away parts of yourself to be loved. You realize you don't need to be different to be whole. You need to be here to be real, to be open, to be willing to accept the pain that shaped you, the joy that sustained you, the unknown that continues to call you forward. Willing to accept that life is not a straight line, but a spiral staircase, and every return, every detour, every descent is part of the rising. Willing to accept that maybe the mountain you've been trying to climb is already within you. Maybe there's nowhere to go but deeper, deeper into stillness, deeper into self, deeper into this miraculous now. Because when you live from acceptance, you no longer live in delay. You no longer postpone your peace. You no longer wait for permission to love your life. You simply begin, right here, right now. And beginning doesn't mean changing everything. It means loving what already is. It means saying yes to the life that has said yes to you all along. So say yes. Say yes to your breath. Say yes to your history. Say yes to the places that still ache and the parts that have already healed. Say yes to the soul that longs to be felt and the love that lives just beneath your fear. Because when you say yes to all of it, transformation becomes inevitable. You cannot truly accept something and remain unchanged. Acceptance is the alchemy. The fire that doesn't burn you but reveals the gold beneath the soot. And the gold is this: you are not what happened to you. You are what you choose to become because of it. You are not the pain. You are the awareness holding the pain. And that awareness, your eternal self, is untouchable, indestructible, and already whole. In this space, there is nothing left to fix, only more to feel, more to welcome, more to remember. You remember who you were before the world told you who to be. You remember the you that danced in the rain, that trusted the wind, that didn't question your worth, because worth wasn't something you earned, it was something you were. And so you return, not as a stranger, not as a project, but as a soul who remembers. You return to life, not as a battleground, not as a test, but as a temple, a holy invitation to presence, to wonder, to joy. You return to yourself, not as a critic, not as a warrior, but as a lover, a gentle witness, a compassionate guide. And from that place of inner union, where all parts of you are seen, heard, and loved, life begins to flow again. Not perfectly, not predictably, but freely. You no longer need to push. You no longer need to prove. You simply walk in the direction of truth. With each step, the path reveals itself. With each breath, the burden lifts. With each moment of acceptance, transformation deepens. And at last, you understand the door was never locked. It was only waiting for you to stop resisting. And now that you have, you are free. So here you are now, not broken, but blooming. Not lost, but found in the stillness. Not waiting, but awakening. And all of it began, not with a battle, not with a breakthrough, but with a breath, with the simplest, most radical act of all acceptance. You didn't have to travel the world. You didn't have to become someone else. You only had to say yes. Yes to this moment, yes to this self, yes to the mystery of your becoming. And in that, yes, the struggle faded, the illusion dissolved, the noise quieted, and what remained was peace. Not because the world changed, but because you did. You stopped demanding that life be different. You stopped needing to outrun your past. You stopped fearing the shadows in you. And you looked at it all and said, even this is worthy. Even this is sacred. Even this belongs. And with those words, you came home. So walk forward now, not hurried, not hardened, but whole. Let your steps be soft, your heart be open, your eyes see the divine in all things. And let every breath you take be a gentle reminder. You were never meant to resist your life. You were meant to live it, to feel it, to embrace it, to accept it. And in that sacred acceptance, to be transformed, you are already free. You are already whole. You are already home. And everything begins from here.
Imagine waking up one day to find that your wildest dreams have become your reality. The life you've always yearned for, the abundance, you've craved the love, you've longed for all of it manifested before your very eyes. What if I told you that this is not merely a fantasy, but a truth that lies dormant? Within you, waiting to be awake in the universe, is not some distant, unresponsive entity. It is a living, breathing force that is constantly listening to the whispers of your soul. And once you start asking the universe in the right way, with unwavering faith and conviction, your desires are not just hurt, but they're already done. Have you ever wondered why some people seem to effortlessly attract abundance, love, and success, while others struggle to make ends meet? The answer lies in the power of your thoughts, your beliefs, and your emotions. They're all powerful frequencies that shape your reality. When you learn to harness this power, when you learn to communicate with the universe in its own language, you become the master of your own destiny. But here's the catch. Most people ask from a place of lack, from a place of doubt and fear. They beg and plead with the universe, hoping for scraps of mercy. But the universe does not respond to desperation. It responds to faith. It responds to the unshakable belief that what you desire is already yours. So how do you ask the universe in a way that guarantees results? How do you tap into the limitless abundance that is your birthright? The answer lies in the power of your imagination, love, assumption. And the inevitability of manifest your imagination is the creative force within you, the tool that allows you to shape your reality when you visualize your desires with vivid detail and unwavering faith. You are sending a powerful signal to the universe. You are telling it that what you desire has already done the law. Assumption states that whatever you assume to be true, the universe will make real. When you assume the feeling of your wish fulfilled, when you live in the end result of your desires, you are aligning yourself the frequency of abundance. You are telling the universe that you are ready to receive, that you are worthy of your dreams. And here's the best part. Once you start asking the universe, like this manifestation becomes inevitable, the universe will conspire to bring your desires to fruition, to align the people, circumstances, and events necessary to make your dreams a reality. All you need to do is trust the process, to let go of doubt and fear, and to maintain unwavering faith in the inevitability of your success. So my friends, I invite you to embrace this practice with every fiber of your being, to wake up each day with a sense of excitement and anticipation, knowing that your desires are on their way to cultivate a deep sense of gratitude for the blessings in your life, even before they have manifested, to surrender to the perfect timing and unfolding of the universe, trusting that everything is happening for your highest good. And above all, I invite you to remember the truth of who you are. You are not just a physical being confined to the limitations of this earthly realm. You are an infinite, eternal, powerful creator with the ability to shape your reality in any way you choose. Your divine spark of the universe itself is a unique expression of the infinite intelligence that pervades all things. As you go forth from this moment, carry this truth with you. Let it be your guiding light, your North Star, your unwavering conviction. Know that you are worthy of your desires, that you're capable of manifesting miracles, that you are loved and supported by the universe in every moment. And when challenges arise, when doubts creep in, when the journey seems long and uncertain, remember the words of the great mystic Rumi, what you seek is seeking you, your desires are not some distant, unattainable fantasy. They are the very essence of your being, the call of your soul. Trust in their inevitability and let them guide you home. So my friends, go forth with faith, with conviction, with unwavering belief in the power of your dreams, manifest miracles, create magic, and live a life beyond your wildest imagination. The universe is waiting for you, cheering you on, conspiring in your faith. All you have to do is say yes, yes to your desires. Yes to your dreams, yes to the infinite possibility that lies within you, yes to a life of joy, abundance, and limitless potential. Yes to the magic and miracles of the universe. Now and always, thank you for joining me on this journey of manifestation. May your dreams take like, may your desires become reality, and may your life be a living testament to the power of your faith. The universe is yours, my friends. Claim it, own it, and let it lead you to a life beyond your wildest dreams. But every step along the bridge of incidents is necessary. Every challenge, every setback, every unexpected twist and turn is part of the divine plan. It's all leading you closer to your desires, even when it doesn't feel like it. The key to navigating the bridge of incidents is to trust the process, to surrender to the journey, even when you can't see the way forward, to have faith that the universe is conspiring in your favor, even when it feels like everything is falling apart. Trusting the process means letting go of your attachment to the outcome. It means releasing your grip on the how and when of manifestation and allowing the universe to guide you. It means being open to the unexpected, to the miracles and synchronicities that show up along the way. When you trust the process, you open yourself up to the magic of manifestation. You allow the universe to work its wonders to bring you what you desire in ways that are beyond your wildest dreams. You become a co-creator with the universe, a partner in the dance of manifestation. The trusting the process isn't always easy. It requires a deep level of faith, a willingness to surrender to the unknown. It requires you to let go of your need for control. You need to have everything figured out. It requires you to embrace the mystery, to trust that everything is unfolding in perfect divine timing. One way to cultivate trust in the process is through the practice of gratitude. Gratitude is the act of acknowledging and appreciating the blessings in your life even before your desires have manifested. When you practice gratitude, you shift your focus from lack to abundance, from scarcity to sufficiency. You train your mind to see the good in every situation. To find the silver lining in every cloud, gratitude is also a powerful way to align yourself with the vibration of your desires. When you feel grateful for what you want, even before it is manifested, you are sending a clear signal to the universe that you are ready to receive your gift. You are telling the universe that you trust in its abundance. Way to cultivate trust in the process is through the practice of surrender. Surrender is the act of letting go of your attachment to the outcome of releasing your need to control every aspect of your life. When you surrender, you are not giving up on your desires. You are giving them over to a higher power, to the infinite wisdom of the universe. Surrender requires a deep level of trust, the willingness to let go and allow the universe to guide you. It means being open to the unexpected, to the twists and turns. Along the bridge of incidents, it means trusting that everything is happening for your highest good. Even when it doesn't make sense in the moment, when you cultivate trust, in the process, when you practice gratitude and surrender manifestation becomes effortless. Your desires flow to you with ease and grace, and your life becomes a living testament to the power of your faith. You become a magnet for miracles, conduit for the abundance of the universe as we come to the end of this journey. I want to remind you of the incredible power that lies within you. The power to create your reality, to manifest your deepest desires, to live a life beyond your wildest dreams. This power is not some distance unattainable, for it is the very essence of who you are. It is the birthright of every human being on this planet. Throughout this speech, we've explored the key principles manifest and the power of imagination, the law of assumption, the art of asking. We've discovered that the universe is not some separate entity, but a live, breathing extension of our own consciousness, that our thoughts, beliefs, and assumptions create our reality. And that by aligning ourselves with the vibration of our desires, we can manifest miracles on demand. But the journey of manifestation is not a one-time event. It is a lifelong practice. It requires a daily commitment to aligning your thoughts, beliefs, and actions with the reality you want to create. It requires a willingness to let go of limiting beliefs, to embrace the unknown, to trust in the perfect timing of the universe. And yet, the rewards of this practice are beyond measure when you live from a place of faith and conviction, when you trust in the inevitability of your desires. Your life becomes a living testament to the power of manifestation. You attract people, circumstances, and opportunities that support your vision. You experience a level of joy, abundance, and fulfillment that most people only dream of. Conviction is the unshakable belief in the truth of your desires, is the inner knowing that what you want is already yours, that it's your divine right to experience abundance, love. When you ask with conviction, you are not just making a request, you are making a command. You are telling the universe that this is what you expect, that this is what you demand. You are not asking for permission. You are claiming your birthright. But conviction isn't just about the words you speak. It's about the energy. Behind those words, it's about the feeling of certainty, of unwavering faith that infuses every cell of your being. When you ask with conviction, you're not just speaking your desires. You're becoming the vibrational much for what you want to experience. The third step in the art of asking is to let go of doubt and fear. Doubt and fear are the enemies of manifestation. They are the voices in your head that tell you it's not possible, that you're not worthy, that you'll never have what you want. They are the limiting beliefs that keep you stuck in a cycle of lack and limitations. But here's the thing, doubt and fear are just thoughts. They're not the truth of who you are. You have the power to choose your thoughts, to choose your beliefs, to choose your assumptions. When you let go of doubt and fear, you create space for faith and conviction to take root. One powerful way to let go of doubt and fears through the practice of surrender. Surrender is the act of releasing your attachment to the outcome, of trusting that the universe has your back. Even when you can't see the way forward, when you surrender, you're not giving up on your desires, giving them to a higher power, to the infinite wisdom of the universe. Surrender requires a deep level of trust, a willingness to let go of control and allow the universe to guide you. It requires you to release your grip on the how and when of manifestation and to trust that everything is unfolding in perfect divine timing. The final step in the art of asking is to align your thoughts and actions with your desires. Manifestation is not just about asking. It's about becoming coming. It's about aligning every aspect of your being with the reality you want to create. This means thinking thoughts that match your desires, speaking words that affirm your worth, abundance, and taking actions that move you closer to your goals. It means living as if your desires are already a reality, even before they manifest in your physical world. When you align your thoughts and actions with your desires, you become a magnet for miracles. You attract people, circumstances, opportunities that support your vision. You create a life that is a living testament to the power of your faith and conviction. So my friends, I invite you to master the art of asking. Ask with faith, with conviction, and with unwavering belief in the truth of your desires. Let go of without and feared and surrender to the perfect timing and unfolding of the universe. Align your thoughts and actions with your desires and become the vibrational match for the reality you want to create. When you do, miracles become commonplace. The universe conspires to bring your desires into manifest. Life becomes a living testament to the power of your asking. Master the art of asking and watch as your wildest dreams become your everyday reality. When you master the art of asking, when you align your thoughts, beliefs, and actions with the reality of your desires, manifestation becomes inevitable. It's not a question of if your desires will manifest, but when the universe is always listening, always responding to the vibration you are offering, and when you offer a vibration of faith, conviction, and unwavering belief, the universe has no choice but to deliver. But how exactly does manifestation work? How does the universe take your desires and turn them into physical reality? The answer lies in the concept of the bridge of incidents. The bridge of incidents is the series of events, people, and circumstances that the universe orchestrates to bring your desires into manifestation. It's the way the universe connects the dots, aligns the pieces of the puzzle, and creates the perfect conditions for your desires to come to fruition. When you ask for something, the universe immediately begins to arrange the bridge of incidents. It starts to move people and circumstances into place to create opportunities and open doors that will lead you to your desired out. It's like a cosm game of dominoes where each piece falls perfectly into place, creating a chain reaction of manifestation. But here's the thing. The bridge of incidents doesn't always look the way you expect it to sometimes. It takes you on a journey that seems unrelated to your desires. Sometimes it brings you challenges and obstacles that you must overcome. Sometimes it requires you to take leaps of faith and trust in the unknown. No. Hoping, wishing, or striving for your desire. Instead, you're living as if they're already a reality, as if they have already manifested in your life. This is a subtle but profound shift in consciousness. Most people spend their lives in a state of wanting a feeling like they're lacking something they believe that they will be happy when they finally achieve their goals, when they finally manifest their desires. But the truth is that state of wanting only perpetuates more wanting. It keeps you stuck in a cycle of lack and limitation. The law of assumption you to break free from that cycle, to step into the reality of your desires right now. It invites you to assume the feeling of your wish fulfilled, to embody the energy of abundance, love, and success, even before it shows up in your physical reality. So how to do that? You live in the end. Even when your current circumstances don't match your desired reality, the key is persistence. It's about maintaining the state of your wish fulfillment, even in the face of doubts, fear, or setbacks. When you first start practicing the law of assumption, it can feel uncomfortable, even delusional. Your mind will try to convince you that it's not real, that you're just fooling yourself. But the more you persist in maintaining the state of your wish fulfilled, the more natural it becomes. You start to see evidence of your desire manifesting in your life, and your faith grows stronger. One powerful way to maintain the state of yours fulfilled is through affirmations. Affirmations are positive statements that you repeat to yourself either out loud or silently that reinforce your desired reality. For example, if your desire is to manifest financial abundance, you might repeat affirmations like, I am a magnet for money. Abundance flows to me easily and effortlessly. I'm worthy of all the wealth and prosperity I desire. By repeating these affirmations consistently, you are reprogrammed in your subconscious mind to align with the reality of your desires. You're shifting your assumptions your beliefs, and your inner conversations to match the frequency of abundance. Another way to maintain the state of your wish fulfilled. Visualization, as we discussed earlier, visualization is a powerful tool for engaging your imagination and aligning yourself with the frequency of your desires. When you visualize your desired reality with vivid detail and emotion, you are sending a clear signal to the universe that this is what you want to experience. But the key to effective visualization is to engage all of your senses, not just your visual sense imagined, not just what your desired reality looks like or what it feels like, smells like, tastes like, and sounds like. The more fully you engage your senses, the more real your visualization becomes to your subconscious mind. The law of assumption is not just a tool for manifestation. It is a way of being. When you live from a place of assumption, you are no longer a victim of your circumstances. You become the creator of your reality, master of your destiny. You recognize that your assumptions, your beliefs, and your inner conversations have the power to shape your experience of life. And you choose to align them with the reality of your desires. Now that we've explored the power of imagination and the law of assumption, let's dive into the art of asking. Asking is the bridge between your desires and their manifestation. It's the way you communicate with the universe, the way you declare your intentions, and set the wheels of creation in motion. But here's the thing. Most people don't know how to ask. They ask from a place of lack of desperation or fear. They beg and plead with the universe, hoping for scraps of mercy. But the universe doesn't respond to desperation. It responds to faith. It responds to the unwavering conviction that what you desire is already your soul. How do you ask in a way that guarantees results? The first step is to ask with faith. Faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. When you ask with faith, you're not hoping or wishing for your desires to manifest. You are declaring that they are already done. You are aligning yourself with the reality of your desires even before they show up in your physical world. This kind of faith requires a deep trust in the universe and knowing that your desires are not just possible but inevitable. It requires you to release your attachment to the how and when of manifestation and to surrender to the perfect timing and unfolding of the universe. The second step in the art of asking is to ask with conviction. So my friends, are you ready to have your world turned upside down? Are you ready to experience the limitless abundance that is your birthright? Then join me on this journey of manifestation as we explore the art of asking the universe in a way that guarantees results your wildest dreams are about to become your everyday reality. The power of your imagination is the key to unlocking the limitless potential within you. It is the creative force that allows you to shape your reality, to bring your desires into manifestation. When you harness the power of your imagination, you become the architect of your own destiny. But what exactly is imagination? And how does it work? Imagination is the ability to create mental images, to visualize scenarios and possibilities that don't yet exist in the physical world. It is the bridge between the unseen and the seen, the link between the infinite potential of the universe and the tangible reality of your life. When you imagine something with vivid detail and unwavering faith, you're sending a powerful signal to the universe. You are telling it that what you desire is already done, that it is already yours. The universe doesn't distinguish between what is real and what is imagined. It simply responds to the frequency of your thoughts and emotions. So how do you cultivate the power of your imagination? The first step is to get clear on what you truly desire. What does your ideal life look like? What kind of relationships, experiences, and abundance? Do you want to attract the most specific and detailed your vision? The more powerful your imagination becomes once you have a clear vision. The next step is to Engage your senses. Imagine not just the visual aspects of your desire, but the sounds, smells, tastes, and textures as well. The more fully you engage your senses, the more real your imagination becomes to your subconscious mind. For example, if your desire is to manifest your dream home, imagine yourself walking through front door, feel the texture of the doorknob in your hand, the sensation, the floor beneath your feet, the aroma of your favorite scent wafting through the air. Hear the laughter and conversation of your loved ones echoing through the rooms. The more vividly you imagine, the more powerfully you align yourself with the frequency of your desire. But the power of imagination goes beyond just visualizing your desires. It also involves assuming the feeling of your wish fulfilled. In other words, it means living as if your desires are already a reality even before they manifest in the physical world. This is where the law of assumption comes into play. The law of assumption states that whatever you assume to be true, the universe will make real when you assume the feeling of your wish fulfilled. You are aligning yourself with the frequency of abundance, love, and success. You are telling the universe that you are ready to receive, that you are worthy of your dream. So how do you assume the feeling of your wish fulfilled? One powerful technique is to practice gratitude in advance instead of waiting for your desires to manifest before you. Feel grateful, start expressing gratitude. Now, for what you know is on its way, say things like, "Thank you, universe, for my dream home. I am so grateful to wake up every morning in a space that fills me with joy and inspiration." By expressing gratitude in advance, you are aligning yourself with the frequency of abundance and attracting more what you desire. Another technique is to act as if your desire is already a reality. If your desire is to manifest a loving relationship, start treating yourself with the love and respect you desire from a partner. Take yourself on dates, buy yourself flowers, and speak kindly to yourself in the mirror by embodying the energy of love. You attract more love into your life. The power of imagination is not just a tool for manifestation, it is a way of life. When you live from a place of imagination, you open yourself up to infinite possibilities. You become a magnet for American conduit for the limitless abundance of the universe. The law of assumption is a powerful principle that can transform your life in ways you never thought possible. It states that whatever you assume to be true, the universe will make real. In other words, your assumptions create your reality. Think about that for a moment. Your assumptions, your beliefs, your inner conversations, they all have the power to shape your experience of life. When you assume that you are worthy of love and abundance, the universe responds by bringing more love and abundance into your life. When you assume that you are capable of achieving your dreams, the universe comes to make those dreams a reality. But the law of assumption goes even deeper, that it's not just about assuming positive things, it's about living in the end, about embodying the feeling of your wish fulfilled when you live in the end.